Hello everybody, and for today's mini presentation, I chose to present on pre-reading activities. So firstly, we're going to discuss the process of this activity, and the outline of this pre-reading assignment is to analyze relevant pictures before reading the text at hand. This level is beneficial for all levels really, especially newer, younger learners. The recommended time for this activity is around 10 minutes, but you could really spend more or less time on it depending on what your students are needing. The focus point of this activity is previewing the text through analysis of images. So what this really means is trying to have the students use their critical thinking to see what the images could potentially mean for the development of the text. There's minimal preparation for this exercise, just having the pictures or graphics ready if not provided by the text or the book that you're about to teach. The procedure. Step 1. In preparation to reading the text, focus the student's attention to relevant or accompanying images. The use of graphics like charts or tables are also very likely to be useful in the understanding of the applied reading. In step 2, you're going to help learners in analyzing the images by a series of linked questions. So prompting the readers to start thinking about what the text could be about by relevant questions of the imagery. In step 3, you're actually going to have the students read the text. And in step 4, you're going to determine how successful the images were in supporting the messages of the text. With step 4, you can actually turn this into a smaller group activity and have the students communicate with each other to see if the pre-reading exercise of analyzing the imagery was helpful at all, or even if it helped having the picture to associate with the text to better memorize the vocabulary word for it. So why should students complete this pre-reading exercise? The rationale behind this activity is learners will benefit from spending time analyzing the meanings that the pictures bring to the text. A lot of the time, the pictures are often overlooked and just seen as a design. Examples: magazines, newspapers, picture books, social media, the list goes on. A great way to explain the photo analysis process to your students is Instagram. You oftentimes look at the image before reading the caption, and the image oftentimes helps the viewer better understand the text. Encourage your students to work with images through digital and print mediums. So this does not limit itself to picture books or newspapers, also including the social media platforms where it is very popular to actually analyze photos before reading captions. And last but not least, how can we implement analyzing pictures into a lesson plan? So an activity that you can easily do with your students is step 1, have each student write a description on the picture provided. For example, let's say the reading they're about to complete is about top 10 tourist destinations in the United States. So you would basically pass out pictures of the places that are described in the text they're about to read and have them write some descriptive points about what they could infer from the pictures. Step 2, you're going to have students take turns sharing their written description of the image. You could conduct this activity in small groups or even just having them work in pairs or walk around the room. And lastly, the focus of the exercise: have students share useful descriptive language they learned while reading their classmates' descriptions. So ultimately, the goal of this activity is to have them gain different perspectives from conversing with their classmates. And that is the end of my presentation. I hope you all enjoyed.